Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're honored to be with our next guest. He's a City Current partner and out there powering the good in so many different ways, as we will discuss. We're here with Mickey Randolph. He's the owner and CEO of Randolph Business Resources. How are you doing, Mickey?
Hey, doing well. It's a great day and everything's going good.
Well, let's dive into your world. Give us a little bit of history, especially on your end for starting the business, but give us a little bit of history for Randolph Business Resources.
Okay. Well, back in June, we turned 12 years old. Started it back in the Depression of 2009, and actually started it because I was working for a company that was really upset about me wanting to take off to see my kids do their stuff. And at the time, my son was in middle school and my daughter was in grade school, and they were involved in sports and activities. And I don't mind working a ton of hours, but I wanted to see them do their stuff. And so I started Randolph Business Resources, just started it by myself, one person, one client. And 12 years later, my son wound up playing basketball and baseball in high school and went on to play at college basketball. And so I never missed a home game, but then got to even see him on the road sometimes. And then now my daughter, she was in high school playing basketball and volleyball, and she is a senior playing college volleyball, and never miss a home game, and actually go on the road trip sometimes. And so I say all that to say I wanted an avenue. I wanted a business to where I could see my kids do their stuff, but at the same time, take care of clients and make a living. So that's what got it started.
Yeah. And I love the focus on family, because you hear that so often is, I want to be there for my kids. And yet you did that. I mean, that's exactly what you're talking about, is you made that the priority, but you've also been able to grow your business. So talk about now your team and how large of a team you have.
Oh, yeah. Well, in fact, like I said, June of 2009, I had one client, and it was me. And we ran it that way for about first 5 years with about 3 or 4 people. But then in 2014, I made the decision to take this from being a job to being a company. And I invested a lot in business development. I invested a lot in people. Started back in the day when it was Accelerant, and now with cityCURRENT. And that's how I grew my business. And today we've got roughly 160 plus clients that we take care of, and 31 employees. And so that's where we took off in 2014. We tripled in 2015, doubled again in 16. And we've been on a 20 to 25% growth rate every year since. And even during the COVID year, we grew 25%. And so that's kind of the growth. And hey, the environment that I'm in with now cityCURRENT, that has powered a lot of that growth.
Yeah, well, go ahead and tell listeners what you do. So when you talk about the magic, talk about the magic of what you do.
Yeah, well, we are the outsourced accounting department for small to medium-sized companies. We have controller level services that do financial statements, budgeting, forecasting, job schedules, all of those things that an upper level accounting person would do in an organization. And we have staff personnel that do the recurring transactions. We'll do payroll. We'll do the accounts payable, paying the vendors, processing those invoices, do client billings, bank reconciliations, credit card reconciliations, all of those things that come up on a recurring basis. And that could be multiple times a week for larger clients. It could just be multiple times a month for smaller clients. But, you know, we pride ourselves on no client is too small. And I was one of those small clients that people took care of back when it was just me and one client. And I want to do that for small entrepreneurs that may be out there. So we've got clients as small as we see them 2 hours a month, and then we have them as large as we're in their office 4 days a week and everything in between. So we, like I said, we are the outsourced accounting department for our clients.
You on your end know the power of customer service, just like you're talking about relationships, being there for your team, being there for your client. What are some of the secret ingredients, the differentiators for your business when you look at the customer service, the breadth of scope, obviously what you're talking about? Give us some of those key differentiators.
Okay. Some of the things that set us apart from other folks that may be out there doing bookkeeping or outsourced CFO, number one, we work on site. I want to be part of our client's team. I don't want to be just the accounting folks that swoop in, grab a bunch of paper, do something with it, and bring it back. I want to be part of their team. So working on site gives us that opportunity, because if we get stuck, we can ask questions, stay efficient. If we're on site, our clients can ask us questions. So that's number one. Number two would be that we're the complete package. We have the upper level controller stuff, services, and we have the lower level processing of the recurring staff level services. So we're the complete package, where some folks out there would be just bookkeeping or just outsourced CFO. We combine the two, so we're the complete package. I already mentioned no client is too small. That's another differentiator. Some of the other competition out there will say, you know, if you're not at a certain level, go somewhere else. Now we've got too many success stories where we've taken care of really, really small clients that have mushroomed into huge clients now. And guess who's still doing their accounting? It's us. We also have flexible services and pay arrangements with our clients. If you want to outsource your payroll, that's fine. We'll do everything but payroll. If you want us to do everything but client billings, no problem. We'll do everything but that. Some of our other competition out there says, give me everything or give me nothing. Hey, we will take care of whatever your pain points are along the way. You know, with our nonprofits, we give back to our nonprofits. We discount our invoices. Nonprofits make up a large percentage of our business. And again, we want to donate to their cause, because all of our clients, they have great mission, great services that they provide on a nonprofit basis, and we give back to all of them. And then another big deal is that we do not charge for transition. Some of our competition want to charge an upfront fee just to transition. What we do is I want to invest in our long-term relationship. And so I give away a book of hours on the front end free, so that, you know, our new client doesn't have to worry about, oh, the meter's running and, you know, and that kind of stuff. Take all that anxiety out. There's already enough anxiety with someone transitioning to us, taking care of their accounting. But if I give away those hours, I can have more people involved with that transition. The client can slow down, make sure we understand. We can slow down, make sure we understand. It's just my investment into a long-term relationship with our clients.
What are the things on your end that you're focused on in terms of trends, accounting changes, business changes? What are some of the things that you're kind of looking at as major trends or things that you need to be top of mind?
Yes. And that comes to mind. I mean, just last year, 2020, what a hectic year, and having to stay in front of understanding the whole PPP. And we applied for, when you start talking about 160 clients, we applied for those PPP loans. And then on the back end, subsequently, we applied for the forgiveness. Just staying out in front of that, making sure that our clients were taken care of, you know, and there's all these other kinds of EIDLs and all of that kind of stuff. It seems like accounting never changes, but at the same time, it never stays the same. And so there's always new applications, new softwares, new ways of doing business to be more efficient. How do we take care of our clients who may be struggling? Because, you know, we as a company, we're blessed to have a very diverse portfolio of clients with construction, nonprofit, restaurants, service industries, doctors, dentists, lawyers, you know, engineering firms. That served us well in 2020, because while our restaurant and nonprofit clients slowed way down, construction was killing it. Service industry was killing it. Now, all of a sudden, the restaurants and nonprofits are coming back around. And so being able to go up and down with the way our client, their industries are going, and having that diverse portfolio has helped us. But to answer your question, it's just keeping up with the different applications, software efficiencies, and at the same time, how do we take care of our clients who may be struggling financially?
I think having a diverse portfolio is a good example of a lesson learned through the pandemic in terms of the benefit of that. What's another lesson that you've learned going through the pandemic that you think is going to make you and your team stronger?
Well, one of them is being extremely attentive to the needs of our clients, being able to fluctuate. And that's one of the great things with us is we're not an employee. So now clients, if their business slows down, we slow down with it, and they don't have this overhead that they're having to deal with, or do I furlough this employee, or do I have to pay the benefits, and oh, should I cut them back or let them go? With us, you have a team of 30 plus people that are on your team that can take care of you, and we can slow down when you need to slow down. We can increase whenever you increase. And so a lesson learned through that pandemic is we were able to slow down when our clients needed us to slow down. And so they didn't have this overhead nut that they had to cover. And so that benefited our clients, and we were able to do that. And now they're coming back because businesses are growing again. We all have issues with hiring personnel, and I don't know when that's ever going to go away, but you don't have to worry about that with us. We're there to take care of your accounting needs. And we've got clients who just know that we're their insurance policy, that they're never going to have to deal with accounting. And that's been a blessing during this whole thing. But just being there and being sympathetic to our clients' needs through the whole pandemic, everybody was different. Some thrived, some didn't, and we were there to service both sides.
You hear a lot of leaders talk about the importance of family first, but then the employees don't necessarily feel that. It's like we say that, but it doesn't match up to the action. On your end, you're a good example of your actions led to creating the business, but talk about how you manifest family and balance and work-life harmony with your team. So how do you kind of balance all that out with your team?
Well, it balances itself out. And I'll tell you how, Jeremy, is that when I'm interviewing potential new employees that want to come on board with us, straight out of the gate, there's three things that I've seen that will lend itself to an employee being satisfied with working with Randolph Business Resources. And, number one, priorities. I mean, it needs to be God, family, money. And I understand there are seasons in life where some of those priorities climb the ladder, but as an overall, this is us. It has to be God, family, money. And if it's not, if money is your main driver, I just tell folks up front that you're not going to be satisfied with this job. And that's going to cause you to have stress and anxiety. And it's like, okay, I've already got enough stress and anxiety. I don't need our employees to do the same. So number one, priorities. Number two, have to be patient and willing to grow with us. And number three is you have to enjoy working on multiple clients, multiple locations. If you're the type of person who is just give me what you need me to do and let me put my head down and do a lot of good work, the business world needs those type of folks. It's just not going to be conducive to our business model, and I don't want to frustrate folks. And so just coming out of the gate, telling people this is what we're about and this is our business model. And if it fits, great. Let's keep talking. If it doesn't fit, doesn't mean you're a bad person, but it just means that you may get frustrated with us. And I want to make sure that frustration doesn't enter your life.
For you as an entrepreneur, for you as a coach, what advice would you give other entrepreneurs and business owners who are starting their business just based on, some of the lessons you've learned? What advice would you give them?
Oh my goodness. I drink the Kool-Aid. I drink the Kool-Aid that I outsource everything that I'm not good at. I have a marketing team. I have an administrative person. I have an HR team. That's not me. I'm not trying to manage all of that. I do what I'm good at. And with our clients, when we are able to take care of their accounting, it's usually an entrepreneur that usually has their spouse that's trying to do something in the business, or one of their family members, or they're trying to do some stuff other different ways. Here's the deal. Our clients are really, really good at producing revenue, producing profits. Most of them are not good at accounting. They don't like it. They don't want to do it. They're not good at it. I get it. Let us do that, because what winds up happening is when we do the accounting, we put hours back in the entrepreneur's day that now what they do is they go get more clients, they get more sales, they get more profit, and we pay for ourselves multiple times over. And so when I say that, what I had to realize as I grew is I had to let go. I had to let go of certain things. I had to trust employees. I had to trust other services to take care of the things I'm not good at, and then let me focus on the accounting. And we stay in our lane. We don't try to say we're software gurus. We're not HR gurus. We know accounting. And that's one of the things I had to learn. And when we started taking off and growing was when I determined that I would put some of our business in other people's hands that knew what they were doing. And that's my advice to startups and young entrepreneurs out there is you can't do it all, and it's an investment, and I get that. And when I was to the point to where I was willing to invest in other people is when my business took off.
Yeah, I love it. Great advice. Wrap up with contact information. So website, phone number, where do we go to learn more?
Yeah, our website is randolphacctg.com, and that ACCTG is an abbreviation for accounting. So it's randolphaccountinabbreviation.com. You can contact me at Mickey at randolphacctg.com. Contact information, phone call, 615-202-5829. It doesn't cost you anything to reach out to us and just inquire about our services. The most you'll lose is 30 to 45 minutes out of your day. And what you'll gain is you possibly could have someone that's going to take care of all of your accounting needs going forward.
Well, Mickey, greatly appreciate your partnership in cityCURRENT. Thank you for all your team does in the community as well. Thank you for being on the show.
All right, Jeremy. Hey, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for the opportunity.